What the business is, bro? Man, I just scrolled on my Explore page and I seen some shit called The Internet's Darkest Corner 6. I clicked on that bitch and we here right now, man. We starting off with the Dante Sherrill live stream. I'm guessing this just what happened when he was going live or whatever. This must be like little events or some shit that's going down.
4. Residents of Charlotte, North Carolina wake up to the smell and sight of black smoke billowing up into the sky. The source: a massive 7-story apartment complex home to 239 luxury units, or at least what should have been luxury units. At the time, the structure was still under construction, meaning that thankfully no residents were living there. But this in and of itself presented 2 major problems. The first was that in its current state, the top 5 floors were primarily just the bones of the structure, made almost entirely of wooden insulation, making the building as a whole extremely flammable. Meaning that although the fire had started out relatively small, it was quickly going to consume the entire complex if it wasn't put out quickly. Which brings us to the second and even more glaring problem. The building was actively under construction when the fire started, and that morning 17 construction workers.
Man, the type of bad luck you gotta have for you to be on a job and then the job that you working at catch a blaze. Boy, I wouldn't be able to live that shit down. I ain't gonna lie, I straight quit from that construction company. Y'all got some JoJo on y'all shit. Something going on that I don't need to be a part of. Fuck that.
Had clocked in, all of whom were now in grave danger. And by the time the firefighters arrived on the scene, the situation was already dire. And so firefighters rushed in, finding a large group of the employees and leading them out to safety. Though when they made it outside, they made the horrifying realization that they had only found 15 of them. Somewhere within that labyrinth of burning wooden walls, 2 men were left behind, trapped and calling out to anyone who might hear them. And these pleas weren't just being made to those on the scene, as in the following minutes, one of the trapped men, 30-year-old Distubed Sherrill, would take out his phone, open up Facebook, and go live, revealing the horrifying reality that both he and his friend had found themselves in.
Somebody send help.
Gang, are you fucking serious? My nigga, why did you decide in a burning fire to pull out your phone and click the live button? That is the dumbest shit of life. Why didn't your dumb ass call 911 and tell them exactly where the fuck you at? Tell them that you still in this building. They outside. Tell them come in this part of the building to come get me. Your dumb ass went on Facebook Live. What is them people gonna do? Sit there and put gasping emojis? Oh my God! Somebody help! What is happening? The fuck is they gonna do, idiot? Bro, that don't make no sense. That's just trifling.
We're in South Park.
Today, we're going to be showing our friends the basics of the internet, and we thought you might want to come along.
You gotta do it now or never.
What are you doing? Yo, what the? If you own a computer, here's how to get the most out of it. Watch this, watch this, watch this.
The fuck is he trying to scare me? Is he trying to scare me? Nigga, this ain't that type of video, boy. Better calm it down with that, boy. What's wrong with you?
Yo, I'm at South Park right now. At work, the building on fire, and I can't get out.
The stream showed Distubed Sherrill and his friend Reuben Holmes somewhere deep within the prospective apartment complex. And though the fire hadn't yet reached them, the smoke certainly had, blanketing them in a thick impenetrable fog, not only making breathing extremely difficult, but also making it nearly impossible for rescuers to see them.
It's getting harder and harder for them to see us. We're gonna have to stand out here and see. The building on fire, I'm trapped inside, me and my man.
This was likely one of the reasons why Distubed chose to start this livestream, hopeful that it could show rescuers exactly where they were. But based on the footage, their positioning was far from ideal. They were on the second highest.
If he wanted to show the rescuers exactly where the fuck he was at, he should have got his dumb ass and called 911. When he called 911, let them niggas know your fucking position. What was your last known position that you knew about? Then tell them niggas go in that direction and then start screaming, you dumbass. What is going on live gonna do? Going on live ain't gonna do nothing, big brother. All it's gonna do is just have your video circulating on the internet. What's his name? Demonte Sherrill. Caught in a burning fire building. Went on Facebook Live like a dumbass. That's it, bro. You get 3 seconds of fame and you're not even alive to see it. When you could have been alive, man, that's some dumbass shit. Hey, would you go on live if you was in a burning building? Just answer that question like you wouldn't, dude. You wouldn't. And I don't give a fuck, nigga. I said what I said. You ain't gonna do me nothing, man. Fuck wrong with you, because I know it's some of y'all pussy ass that's sitting up there talking about me saying, oh, you don't need to be saying this and that. I say what the fuck I want. Fuck wrong with you?
Floor, floor 6, which had only one access point, a single stairway that was on the complete opposite side of the building. And based on their testimony in the footage, something had clearly blocked their path to that one remaining exit, meaning that the only other way out would be to jump. Though at 6 stories in the air, and falling into what would likely be the heart of the fire, this would have meant certain death. There was quite literally nowhere for them to go. Rescue was their only hope.
Yo, this building is on fire. I'm at work. Somebody sent help. We're at South Park.
Man, you gonna keep on showing the same clip over and over, big brother. I don't think this clip get no more longer. You not finna keep playing with me, son. The fuck is wrong with him?
All companies working 7741 Liberty Road Drive. Evacuate structure. Per command, all companies working 7741 Liberty Road Drive, evacuate structure.
Command all companies, this will be defensive at this time. We'll be ready for this side to collapse. Everybody get out of the collapse zone. Confirming you are coming out, but you're not out of the building. We're on our way out.
With the order being made for all of them to evacuate, as by this point, the structure was engulfed in flames, and a collapse was imminent. The firefighters tried to call out to the two in one last attempt to guide them towards rescue, but they never came. In fact, at that point, the structure fell eerily silent. They would leave that structure without Demonte or Ruben, and minutes later, the fire consumed the entire building, with the temperature inside reaching 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, before
it collapsed.
It would eventually topple to the ground. And inside, Demonte and Ruben would become the sole fatalities of this catastrophe.
Yo, I'm at South Park.
Don't show me that same video again. Hey, rest in peace, Demonte Sherrill and Ruben. That was a dumbass decision you decided to make, my nigga. Getting on live, I think that was pretty dumb, but shit, you still a person. Rest in peace, nigga. Next. Albertson's trying to show somebody some damn broccoli. They know America don't eat healthy. I'd be damned I touch broccoli. You better give me some fruit, fuck me. Want that dirt ass shit.
Family nearly every single day. But now, on the 6th day without receiving any communication from him, they knew that something was wrong. Johnny lived in Lynchburg, Virginia, hundreds of miles away from his home in Maine, and so, being unable to check on him themselves, they called police in the area and requested a welfare check. Police entered Johnny's apartment on the 19th of April, 2022. And hours later, they would call his parents with the news that they had found their son dead on the floor. According to the officers, Johnny had experienced some sort of medical event that led to GI bleeding that ultimately claimed his life. But this made no sense to Johnny's family. He was only 38 years old and had just been given a clean bill of health after a full medical exam only 4 months prior. It was so out of the blue, in fact, that they even asked if there were any signs of a struggle, or if there was any evidence that he may have taken his own life. But they were assured that there was no trauma, no drugs, and nothing suspicious found on the scene, and that, as shocking as it was, his cause of death was entirely natural, and had likely just been spurred on by drinking and tobacco use, with the only solace being that Johnny didn't suffer, as they stated that he had died instantly. Because of this, no autopsy was performed, as the case seemed as straightforward as it gets. And despite his family questioning if they should get their own autopsy, they were told by officers that it wouldn't be necessary. And so, Johnny's body was cremated and sent back to Maine, in what seemed to be the end of Johnny Cashman's story. Ten days after Johnny's body was discovered, his ex-girlfriend and her mother made their way back to his apartment in order to retrieve some of her belongings. She knew that re-entering the space was going to be difficult, but ultimately there was no way she could have prepared for what was waiting for her inside. There was blood everywhere. It was pooled in the bathrooms, wiped on doors, spread all over the living space.
Are you serious? This y'all first time touching down in his crib? Why wasn't that y'all first thing to do was to go to his crib and collect his belongings or some shit? How you gonna put clothes on a dead body that ain't got no clothes? Why didn't y'all been go to his fucking crib? Am I missing something? Big brother, am I missing something? Wouldn't you have went to your relative crib that died? The fuck? Nigga would have been there probably the next day or the day after the next. The fuck? Nigga would have been there. They waited 10 days? Nah, bro.
And was even found on a chair and a banister. But the most horrifying part of it all was the walls. They were covered in splattered blood, which revealed long streaking handprints. It was something straight out of a horror movie, and although Johnny's cause of death was deemed natural, what they found in that apartment seemed anything but. Traumatized by what they were witnessing, the pair snapped multiple photos of the bloodshed and ran out of the unit, directly into Johnny's neighbor. This neighbor revealed that they believed something far worse than a medical emergency had happened to Johnny, as they had a security camera mounted to their door which faced Johnny's unit, and on the day of his passing, it captured something incredibly disturbing. The footage shows Johnny making his way up the flight of stairs leading to his apartment at around 3:03 p.m. Nothing seems out of the ordinary at all, though it is noteworthy that he was holding an empty glass, perhaps insinuating that he had been drinking. But this doesn't seem to impair his movements much at all, as he punches in the code and enters his home, just as he did every other day. But moments later, something happens inside that unit, and while it goes unseen, it doesn't go unheard.
Oh, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? Yo, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? Stop. 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 Stop.
The audio seems
So shit, it was somebody in his crib unknowingly. He walked in that bitch, probably drunk. I don't think he was drunk, because a drunk motherfucker ain't gonna have no regular glass in their hand. But he walked in that bitch unknowingly. Somebody was in there, beat the shit out of him, and took his life. Pretty much that's what I'm getting from it. All I got to say about that is, I mean, it ain't no way to prepare shit. He ain't know, goddammit, shit. You walk in your crib, you thinking ain't nobody in your shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even know what to do. Well, I would know what to do in that situation. Shit, it's called fight or flight, nigga. And when you fighting for your life, that's a different type of fight. He not gonna win this fight with me. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna win. But everybody ain't me. Yeah, Johnny Cashman, big brother, rest in peace. Hate to break it to you. I'm sorry that happened to you, but God just said it was your time to come home. Yeah, simple as that. It ain't had to be that gruesome though.
seems to depict a man yelling, asking repeatedly, "What are you doing?" and begging for something to stop. On top of this, you can also hear loud thuds and banging, almost as if things were falling over inside, or there was some sort of physical altercation. before the unit then goes quiet just a few seconds later. It was unclear if this voice was Johnny's, or perhaps someone else who had been inside the unit, but regardless, one thing was apparent from this audio. There was someone else in that apartment, despite the fact that Johnny lived alone. And just 7 minutes later, this unseen person would emerge.
Nigga like him, you think you just finna walk out of that crib unscathed? Johnny, you ain't do a lick of fucking damage! You didn't do no damage! I promise you. Nigga trying to take me. Goddamn, if I can't take him, you gonna know that I was trying to. What? Johnny, you ain't do no damage? Are you serious? Gang, you know for a fact, if you fighting for your life, you thought, man, you using weapons, you scratching, you biting, you doing everything in your power to stay alive. And this dude ain't got not one cut, not one scratch, not one bruise, his jacket not even a little stretched out. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, are you serious? Oh, you just a weak man. Ain't no way he would have been walking out of mines like that. Ain't no way. I might would have been on the floor croaked over, but that boy would have been out of there limping. He'd have been walking out that bitch. Nigga would have been walking out that bitch holding his side, holding on his face. Nigga would have had some teeth busted out his mouth. He would have had everything did to him. Yeah, I mean, he would have knew, he would have felt that pressure before I left this earth. I'm not playing. Walking out of there like nothing happened.
This clearly wasn't Johnny, and after leaving the unit, the anonymous man nearly makes it out of the building before he seems to change his mind. Turning around and walking back up the stairs before fiddling with the door handle, touching it only with his sleeve, like he was wiping off his fingerprints. He then walks down the stairs and stops once again, where he seems to be in a state of shock over whatever had just transpired, before he composes himself and walks out of the building. But the footage wasn't quite finished yet. Just 1 minute later, you can hear Johnny shouting for help from inside the apartment, to which moments after, he stops, and no further sound or activity would come from Johnny's unit until police arrived 5 days later. The footage and the scene at the apartment seemed to contradict what Johnny's family had been told about his death. The blood all over made it obvious that Johnny's death had not happened in an instant, and this, coupled by the presence of this unknown man who was clearly distraught and wiping off his fingerprint.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't finna sit here and linger on Johnny. We know what happened to him. That boy got took. Real deal. I ain't gonna lie. R.I.P. Nothing more else to say.
It was around 7:30 a.m. on a warm July morning back in 2019. 17-year-olds Bethany Martin and a 16-year-old friend decide to walk to a gas station near their home in San Antonio, Texas. And as the two of them made their way down the road, their path brought them parallel to a drainage ditch, which was often filled with various trash and other discarded material. But on this day, something far more interesting caught their eye. It looked like a man crouching down and leaned up against one of the concrete walls, but the closer they got, the more they realized how unusual his posture was. He looked completely unnatural, and he wasn't moving. And by the time they came face to face with him, the reality of the situation would hit them. They had just found a dead body. This discovery was enough to traumatize anyone, especially two teenagers, and upon calling the police and being sent on their way, Bethany and her friend would make the long walk back home contemplating what to do next, before they eventually landed on the idea of sharing their experience with the world. And so, as soon as they got in the door, they began to set up lights and their camera in order to film a TikTok.
Don't you think that's kind of fucked up? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I ain't gonna lie, if I seen a dead body in a ditch, I'm not calling 911. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, damn, fucked up situation. Move on about my day. Simple as that. Why would I call 911 and wait on them and get questioned like I did it? Nah, hell no, I'm good. They can find it on their own. But, nigga, going on TikTok for views and clicks over somebody that's literally in the ditch, croaked over, is crazy. That's insane to me. I'm not going on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. So guys, I just found that they're like, oh my God, I just found, like, the fuck? That's insane. That's insane, big brother. Like, if you're not gonna call the police, man, just let it go. Just let it go. Whatever happened to dude either was meant to happen. Nah, it was meant to happen because everything God do is planned. So it is what it is, big brother. I'm gonna just move on by my life.
I wish we were kidding, all respect to the family. Some offered sympathy for the girls, while others viewed their post as insensitive and exploitative. But others weren't even convinced it was real, partially due to this glaring lack of context. But any doubt of this post's legitimacy would be quickly thwarted by a discovery made not even one full day later, as it was revealed that this recording hadn't actually been the only video that these two girls had made on that fateful day. Marcus that he had taken his own life. But upon finding Marcus, the girls weren't actually overwhelmed with sadness or even shock, as instead their focus immediately went to something far different, as something on the man's body had caught their attention. His necklace. The girls really liked it. In fact, the unnamed 16-year-old had said that it matched her fashion perfectly. And so, before police arrived, the two would once again pull out their phone and start recording, showing Bethany approaching the body with her intention being to grab his necklace, which she eventually does, removing the medallion and giving it to her friend, before tossing the chain into the grass nearby.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious, gang? You went up to a dead body and took something off a dead body. Hey, you got... Yeah, y'all is some of the most weirdest, heartless little girls of life. You seen a dead body, alright, you ain't gotta cry. You don't know him. You ain't gotta sit up there and be like, oh my God, ah! Come on, it's not like you witnessed the event. But you gonna look at it and be like, hey, boy. Boy, I like that chain, boy. You don't need that no more, boy. You ain't with us. Let me get that up off you. You ain't gonna throw the little necklace in the... All you gonna take is the medallion? Are you serious? Are you serious? Gang, what am I watching? What are we watching? Because you here with me, big brother. What are we watching? This is damn near insane. Both you females, I'm not going to say y'all need to be in jail because y'all ain't do nothing worthy to be in jail. Y'all literally just took a dead man necklace. It's not like he going to use it no more. But y'all definitely need to be, like, questioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was going through your mind to make you just want to do something like that? Like, I see a dead body. I don't want nothing on him. That nigga stink. I don't want to go nowhere near him. I look from a distance. But I'm not touching him. I don't want no disease or bacteria or nothing that's inside his body because he breaking down and decomposing and all that shit. I'm good.
Leading to the girls running away from the scene. The 16-year-old would then post that video onto her Snapchat story for all of her close friends to see. I can't show the footage for obvious reasons, but it's truly awful. And just based on the audio alone, you can tell that they're very obviously having fun doing this.
You gotta do it now. Now or never. Here, hold me. I got it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, next case. These females are clearly...
What are you still doing here?
Shut up! God, is you gonna let me talk? Fuck is wrong, man? This dumbass bitch always cutting me off, man. Man, she always cutting me off, man, for real. And I'm tired of that ad, man. When I cut this camera off, I'm blocking that ad, son. Bitch always getting in my way, cutting me off, man. I'm sick of that. Alright, bro, off that, man. Yeah. Man, them girls is clearly unhinged. I ain't gonna lie to you. Something up with them, bro. You posted on Snapchat close friends. Why would you even post that? That ain't nothing to gloat about. Hey, guys, we just took a chain off of a dead body. I mean, look. Is it so cool? It's not fucking cool. If I was in their close friends, I'd be completely disturbed. I'd be like, so this is who I'm friends with? You're a fucking weirdo. I don't think I'd stop being friends with them, but I think I'd look at them sideways. And if they ever tried to play on my top, I'd straight be like, ain't you the same person that took that shit off a dead body? Oh, weird ass. I'd get on their ass, boy, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, stop playing this creepy music, dog. And this little creepy little girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. She kind of scared me just off this little picture. Do I want to watch this? Bro, I'm a real nigga, man. You know how I'm coming.
Earlier that day, she had sung at a Christmas concert with her school's choir, which her parents were unable to attend, as her mother was out of town and her father had gone to her sister's basketball game nearby, leading to Janelle catching a ride home with a friend, being dropped off at her house sometime around 8:15, where she excitedly spoke to her father on the phone, letting him know that she had arrived home safe and sound. Approximately 1 hour later, her father, Jim Matthews, pulled into the driveway to find the garage door wide open, and the house completely empty. Janelle was gone, leaving behind her winter coat and even her shoes, despite it being a frigid, snowy night. And it was within that snow that was quickly piling up that lie one of the only real clues left behind at the scene. Footprints, leading directly to one of the home's windows, insinuating that someone had been watching Janelle.
12-year-old Janelle Matthews disappeared from her Greeley home 1 month ago today. It's believed she's the victim of a kidnapping. She has not been seen or heard from since December 20th.
Her disappearance became a...
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not watching this one. I don't like the whole old school 1960 thing. The 19s, whenever the fuck this was filmed, was very creepy to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. They just had creepy pictures, creepy little videos. They just had a lot of creepy shit going on back then. I'm glad I was a 2000s baby. But man, this was the internet's darkest corners, number 6. Will I be reacting to number 7? Absolutely the fuck not. I will not. This video disturbed me. I'm not gonna lie. First, it started off with a man that went live in a fire. Then it started off with a dude who got beat to, you feel me, in his apartment. And then we got 2 weirdo girls taking stuff off of a dead body. I'm absolutely disturbed. Now in this 4th video, we got a female in the 1930s being took. I'm disturbed, big brother. I'm disturbed. Yeah, man. It's only so much a nigga like me can take. I'm the realest nigga in the world, but shit, I don't want to watch this no more, man. I'm good. Yeah, man. Finish this off on your own, big brother. Y'all know how I get, man. Fuck women, don't fuck without me, bitch. I'm gone.